Interviewing is probably one of the most important things that this class discusses. And I would like to talk to you a little bit about our discussion that we had last week on interviewing. Many of you wrote in, and there was an exercise where you were supposed to tell a friend some tips on interviewing. And I wanted to let you know that once again, I chicken scratched your comments, and I'm going to talk about what y'all felt were the top three um, interview tips. And the first of those was determine your interview goal. So I'm taking that to mean um, you're trying to match your desire to the job's qualifications or the job's desire, however you would like to put that. And one of the ways that you can do this, which is much easier today than it used to be, is you can go online and look the company up. You can go on Indeed or Glassdoor, see what other people say about the company. Is it a good company to work for? But more importantly, go on their website and find out what they do. And not only what they do, look at their foundation. Do they donate money to or donate services to volunteer organizations? What is the corporate culture of the company? And is there a place for you, both in the short term and the long term? While you're doing this, you should write down a few questions that you can ask. That way, in the interview, if they say, "Do you have any questions?" You don't say no. You have a few practice questions that you have ready for them. And this should be about the nature of their company or the nature of the job that you seek. Next, we have, excuse me, next we have practice out loud. And I can't emphasize this enough, folks, that if you say something out loud, you're more likely to remember it. If all of time was just one day, the written word would come at 11:30 p.m., but the spoken word would come at 12:30 a.m. And so speaking something definitely helps your memory. It helps you to put your thoughts into words. Even on tests, when I give tests in my class and students are having trouble understanding the wording of a question, I have them read it out loud. And once they give inflection and context to their sentence or their question, it tends to make more sense. I'm sorry, I'm stumbling around here a little bit today. I actually fell down this morning when I was fixing my sprinklers and bumped my head. Ugh. Okay, and then finally, make a first good impression. Much like the attention getter in our speeches, your mama probably told you you only get one chance to make a first impression. So have good posture, good dress, good facial, and good eye contact. And if we are shaking hands at the point where you do your interview, make sure that the handshake is firm and it doesn't feel like you're putting a fish in somebody else's hand. And here are some tips. Trimmed hair, clean shave. A lot of you mentioned on the questionnaire how you should dress. And I included all of these tips into making a good first impression. So those are my three takeaways from your comments. And I have some other videos coming up this week on the motivated sequence outline and persuasive speaking. So I will talk to you later, and you all have a nice Monday. Thanks. Bye from Mr. Patterson.